This is going to be the first case study, and the topic is going to be about the introduction to Excel. First, let's start with the importance of this program. This is a really important computer program because it's used in many sectors. We can see this from businesses, the classwork, or even used for personal management purposes. This program provides a spreadsheet where we can perform formulas and mathematical calculations. In the case of agribusiness, the computer program of Excel is fundamental for managing purposes. For this reason, it is important to understand the most common concepts in Excel. These will be some of the basic and most useful concepts. The first is the workbook. Then we have worksheet, cell reference, the range, formats such as symbol, currency, percentage, etc. And formulas like addition, subtraction, division, then multiplication, sum, and average. And for last, tables. First, we have the workbook, which is the Excel file. As you can see here on my computer, it's going to be the entire white program you see here. Moving on, we have the worksheet, which is the worksheet within the Excel file. This is going to be your place of work, and it's important to know that you can have several types of worksheets in the same workbook. Moving on, we have the cell, the rectangular area located in the worksheet. So it's going to be these guys right here. All these rectangles, those are called cells. And it's really important to know their identification, I would say, which is the cell reference, the area that shows the name of the cell. In this case, for instance, here with the 1, you can see that most of them are like equals, right? The same shape, everything. But if you want to know the exact reference of the cell, you can see it right here. So this one is going to be B2. The first B goes for the vertical section, and then the number goes for the row section. So like in this case, B3 or C2, as you can see. That's basically the name of every cell. Then the range, that's a group of selected cells and tables. In this case, this is going to be a range selecting the entire number or the entire number of different cells. Moving on, we have the format, which is the top bar where we can modify number formats, align your number, content, or modify the font for the text. In this case right here, this is going to be the top part. It's really important to know this because you can modify your numbers and give them different values. I would say, for instance, with this one, the 1, I want to make it like a currency number, and that's probably $1. Let's say, for instance. Or I want to make, for instance, I don't know, like 20, but as a percentage. 0.20. This guy right here, you can go for the percentage, and you can see it's going to convert it into a percentage. So that's basically what this does. Just go back for general. Then we have the formulas, which is going to be the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, the sum, average, and then we have tables at the end. First, I created this little table right here where I can show you every type of formula. For addition, remember, always put your equals sign, I will say at the beginning. In this case, I want to say, okay, 60 plus 20. It's going to be 80, right? And that's without selecting the cell. But there's a different way, and it's really easy to use by just selecting the cell, like this guy right here. And it's pretty much the same. Subtraction, we can say 60 minus, I don't know, it's 20. Division, 60 divided by 20. You see, I forgot to put the equal sign, so if you just put it, it's going to give you the final result. And multiplication, I said 60 times 20. Again. Now, when you select, it's going to be easier because you just go for 60. This is going to be a subtraction, so negative sign, 20. See? Then division, this divided by 20. and then we have multiplication. Then let's move on to like a more complicated, I would say, but really easy, different type of formulas Excel provides. Like for instance, the sum. Instead of going like this, like I want to add 1 plus 2 plus 3, adding different cells, you can create a range or select a range, like I show you. Just go for sum, select the range. Remember we talked about this? This is going to be the range. So you're going to add every single number selected on every cell, and that's going to be equal to 21. Or you can even do it horizontally, where you can select these numbers, and you can see it's 21. Average, same thing, equals, goes for average, click it, select your range, and this is going to be the average of this range from 1 to 6, 3.5. Or horizontally, we can say average. There you go. For last, let's make tables. That's pretty easy to make. For instance, in this case, you can select what you want to create. Go to the insert table. You can first like select it and then do it, or you can either like do that or go back and select what you want. Select like your range, enter. In this case, we don't have like headers, so it's okay. Just go click OK, and you see the same table right here. This is pretty much like a copy of the one I already provided to you, but this is going to be how to make a table. Going back to the PowerPoint, you can see right here. So these were some of the most basic concepts we use in Excel. This is going to be really fundamental because the coming 9 case studies, we're going to be dealing with all this, and for this reason it's really important to know each of every concept. So this is going to be all for today, and let's move on to the case study number 2.